Okay, you'll know before I do from watching this, but I'm gonna flip a coin. Arius or Paul of Samasta? Which one which one should I do? We're gonna leave it up to chance. Ah, Arius. Arius, sorry, I flipped the coin and it fell on the table. Arius. Arius. It's kind of funny. He came from Antioch, and it's very strange. Antioch tends to lessen the deity of Christ and raises humanity, and Alexandria tends to exalt his deity and lessen his humanity. It's kind of funny how those two sees are. Monophysitism actually broke out in Alexandria. Antioch was a very Arianistic city. Paul of Samosata was bishop of Antioch around the time of Constantine. He had a lot of wives. Oh wait, hold on. We're doing Arius. Uh, Arius went and studied in, I believe, Alexandria, but that's what started the fight because people started reading what he had to say, and some of them started agreeing and some of them started opposing. At first, almost everybody agreed with him, except Alexander and Athanasius, and then some Athanasius' friends, Saint Nicholas, Spiridon, I think Spiridon of Crete, uh, Spiridon of Pupu. Uh, they stood up against him, and Arius caused the Council of Nicaea to convene because they had to get this decided. Who was Christ? Was he a god that was a little less than the true God, which was what the Jehovah's Witnesses believe? And that's pretty much what Arius promoted and what Arians believed. Now, they called themselves Catholics. They believed in a Trinity. It was the issue of Christ. They used the word Trinity. They wouldn't believe in the Trinity as we say it, but it was a common term to refer to the Godhead before Nicaea. Trinity was open. Everybody used it. I think Tertullian was the first one to actually use it. And Ignatius of Antioch, which is probably one of the earliest writers outside of the New Testament, used the word Catholic. So everybody was using those terms. The only ones that wouldn't use the term Catholic would probably be the Gnostics, and even then they might use it. We just lost a lot of their scripture. We lost it. Same thing. Arius argued at Council of Nicaea, and when he started speaking, St. Nicholas got up and broke his nose, just smashed his face in, and they threw St. Nicholas in jail and took his priest robes away. And we actually have a hymn in the Orthodox Church, "Oh, Nicholas, how you rebuked Arius with your divine hand." You punched him in the face. We have another hymn, too, about Arius' death, how that heavenly hook descended and displayed your bowels upon the courtyard. And my godfather's son actually said, yeah, they knifed the SOB when he's walking across the courtyard. Said, yeah, Matthew, you're going to be Matthew the hymnographer. No, but the funny thing is about Arius is, yeah, he got killed, but Arianism held strong, like really, and kept popping up. Popped up in Spain, there's the filioque, which is an overcompensation. Germany, the Vandals were Arians, the Visigoths were Arians. The Vandals were trying to take Hippo to kill Augustine because they thought St. Augustine was the worst heretic in the world to them. They would, but the Arians, to their credit, did do a lot of evangelization. Almost all the barbarian tribes, as soon as Rome accepted Trinitarian Christianity, the Arians came in full force with the barbarians. The barbarians were the ones that they were going to preach to and where they were safe. So while historians called the Visigoths and the Vandals pagans, they actually weren't. They were Christians. They were Arians. They were not Orthodox Christians. Although they probably looked the same in worship and everything at the time. Now, at the Council of Nicaea, Athanasius prevailed. But right after that, Constantine said, screw it, everybody likes Arianism, I'm more comfortable with that. They fell back into Arianism. Arianism would pop up in another form called Nestorianism, where it had a conflict with Chalcedon, no, not Chalcedon, the one before Ephesus. So there's a lot of these heresies keep popping up, but Arianism specifically is what Jehovah's Witnesses believe. So Arius got himself knifed to death in the courtyard by a zealous Orthodox Christian, and it's in our hymns. And he got punched in the face by Nicholas, which I actually like that. I know people don't want violence in the church and everything, but it's a way of recording our history, and it's kind of colorful. But yeah, Arius' teaching really held on for a long time. I mean, by the time Arianism came about, Marcionism was already gone. Gnosticism nobody cared about. They all knew that was fake. It's kind of like Scientology. It's kind of like looking back at the 20th century with Scientology and say, oh, they were secret under a cult and they really had the truth and everybody wanted to know that and they were for the people. No, they're a small sect that everybody kind of knows is a joke, and that's that's how the Gnostics were seen. Arians did not have this. I mean, it was a bitter fight. I mean, you had because that's why homoousios was put into the creed, because you couldn't tell. And finally, the church said we need to differentiate ourselves from this because the Arians could agree with all the standing baptismal creeds. They could say those in good conscience, but once they put the term homoousios in, which I believe was a Gnostic term actually, or Platonic term. My memory's foggy, but some people were outraged of what, you can't put that in there, you know. But that was the one word that they, because Nicene Creed is based off of the ancient baptismal creeds. There's various ones, and they put the word homoousios instead of homoousios, of like substance. They put said of same substance, of the same essence as the Father, and that's when the Arians stood there and said we can't agree with this, and that's how Athanasius and Nicholas and friends. Athanasius Contra Mundo came after that, where everybody then opposed Athanasius. But Arius, he was a tough bugger, and it took a long, hard fight, many centuries, to stamp it out. And then it wound up rearing its head again with Charles Taze Russell and Joseph Judge Rutherford starting the Watchtower Foundation and spreading their poison. Actually, some Jehovah's Witnesses came to my door this morning. They said, I asked them, I said, is that Watchtower material? And they said, oh yes, hi. I said, no, we believe Christ is God. We're Orthodox. Christ is God. And then they tried to talk again. I said, I'm sorry, you have a nice day. Jesus is God. It says so in the Bible. Shut the door. I wasn't rude to him though. But if you have any questions on Arianism or Marcionism, I think I'm gonna do Paul Samasta next video. Maybe some other more interesting heretics of the early church. Until then, peace. And Christ is God, and it says so in the Bible. And the main reason, I gotta say this one last thing. This is what really blows Sola Scriptura out of the water, because the church finally said, yeah, you can get Arianism from Scripture. Yeah, you can. But the church has always understood and always believed that Christ was God and that he was worthy of worship. See, they said that we have known from the beginning this is what our faith is, and that's what really put the nail in the coffin. You can read me everything you want from the Bible. I don't care. We know this was what was passed down. This is what the martyrs paid for with their blood. Okay, now peace to you.